Moving up for trial number 5, King of Rock and Roll, Daily Fly Lombo, the Sparrow Hawk, Three Ways, and Galerius. Galloping on the inside was King of Rock and Roll. He's now back getting up to the gate. Strong looking horse, King of Rock and Roll. He's up on the gate. Also one making an error there was the Sparrow Hawk. So a couple of them being a bit fractious coming up to the gate. King of Rock and Roll was fractious coming up to the gate, but he's began well, and he's a big striding horse, and he goes to the lead from Three Ways into second spot as they leave the straight. Then Galerius, Daily Fly Lombo, and the Sparrow Hawk, who's an ODM horse. He didn't really want to take any part at the start. He galloped away, and he's missed it by about 30 metres or so, and he's back at the tail of the field. Heading down the back, and King of Rock and Roll leading the way. In second spot was Three Ways, and third was Galerius. Fourth came Daily Fly Lombo, and about 25 metres away to the Sparrow Hawk, who's making up the ground at the tail of the field. Past the 1600, lead time 48.8, and King of Rock and Roll showing the way from Three Ways second, Galerius third. Fourth was Daily Fly Lombo, and 20 metres away to the Sparrow Hawk. Moving up towards the top of the home straight, 1300 metres out, 48.8 lead time, and despite being a bit risky coming up to the gate, he got away nicely, which was King of Rock and Roll, and he was able to drive through from the pole to lead, and he's been there from the outset. King of Rock and Roll leading the way. In second spot, Three Ways. In third placing came from Daily Fly Lombo, and 15 metres away the Sparrow Hawk, slowly making up the last ground, and he's 10 metres off the main group. 32.2 first quarter of the last mile. 48.8 was the lead time, and King of Rock and Roll, he's striding out nicely out in the lead. Three Ways has had the drop on it throughout. In third spot was Galerius from Daily Fly Lombo, and still 10 metres away to the Sparrow Hawk, who just hasn't bridged that gap at this point, and I'll start to quicken up now. 30.6 the second quarter, and King of Rock and Roll being opened up here. He's starting to stride right out in this third quarter, might be fairly slick. He leads away from Three Ways, who comes to its wheel, and he sets out after King of Rock and Roll. They're out 20 metres now to Galerius from Daily Fly Lombo, and 25 metres away to the Sparrow Hawk. 28.7 the third quarter, and Three Ways, who's got a good turn of speed. He's going pretty quickly. His legs are going all over the place though, and Three Ways moves up the King of Rock and Roll, and the two of them are going hard. It's Three Ways and King of Rock and Roll, and Three Ways punched right out to the line, and he's coming away. He's got a good turn of toe, there's no question about that, and Three Ways wins. Second spot, King of Rock and Roll, and they've streeted the rest. They're 100 metres in front, maybe 80, to Daily Fly Lombo, Galerius, and the Sparrow Hawk. 27-1 final quarter, 55.8 last half. That was a serious last 1200, a mile rate of 2 minutes .4. Good efforts. A couple of runs there. Three Ways to win. Second was King of Rock and Roll, and it was daylight between that there and a rest. Stand by for the numbers. 32.2 first quarter, 30.6 the second, 28.7 third, 27.1 final quarter. 32.2, 30.6, 28.7, and 27.1. 4, 1, 2, 5, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 5, and 3. Three Ways first. King of Rock and Roll second. Third was number 2, Daily Fly Lombo. Fourth was number 5, Galerius, and fifth number 3, the Sparrow Hawk. 4, 1, 2, 5, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 5, and 3. A mile rate of 2 minutes .4. 2 minutes .4. The gross time was 2:47.6. 2:47.6. Mile rate 2 minutes .4. And the last mile in 1:58.8. 1:58.8 last mile. last half in 55.9. 55.9 last half. And the margins were 5.5